and welcome back to my channel. So today's makeup look is going to be on this look that I'm wearing right here. It's a very pretty Indian inspired look. I decided to do something different than my last two videos and throw some culture into it. So I really hope that you guys enjoy this video. And if you want to see how I got this makeup look, then just keep watching. Hey guys, so we're starting with a fresh face today. And the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to moisturize our face. So today I'm going to be using this Garnier Gel Moisturizer, and we're just going to take a little bit and put that all over our skin. So it's really important to moisturize your skin because you don't ever want to go in with your foundation on just bare skin. You want to have, a space in that gap between your skin and the foundation because that can just give you clogged pores and it's really not good for your skin. So after that, then we're going to go in with our primer, and today I'm going to be using the Too Faced Hangover Primer, and we're just going to take a little bit like this and we're going to put that all over. It's really important to prime your skin because you don't want the foundation to sink into your skin and clog up your pores. So primer just really helps your foundation lay smoothly and give it a nice application. So you just want to rub that in really gently all over. And I like to put my primer on first before I start doing my eyeshadow and all that, just so it gives it enough time to sink into my skin and really work while I'm doing my eye makeup, so that way it'll just give my foundation a smoother application. So now we're going to move on to eyes, and I'm going to go ahead and prime my eyes with the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. And I'm just going to take a little bit and put that all over my eyelids. And this is just going to help create a nice base for our eyeshadows, so that way we have like a blank space to kind of work on, and the colors that we're going to go in with is just going to help them pop more and stand out more instead of just using, our regular old eyelids. So I'm just going to take my Beauty Blender and blend that in a little bit. Like that. And then what I like to do after that is go in with a little bit of setting powder and just set that concealer so that way it doesn't crease and our eyeshadows can just go on really nice and smoothly. So I'm going to be using the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder just to set that concealer. Like that, and we're good to go. So I think I'm going to zoom you guys in a little bit so you can see what exactly I'm doing on my eyes, so you can get a closer look. So the first eyeshadow I'm going to be going in with is Chickadee by Makeup Geek, and it's this shade right here. So I'm going to be going in with an E40 brush by Sigma, and we're going to take that and we're just going to dust that all over our crease. Now this is going to be our transition shade, so all the other shadows that we go in with will blend seamlessly. And you want to use a brush like the E40, which is really fluffy, so that way you can spread that all over. We're going to take that all the way from the inner corner all the way to the outer corner and just really blend that into the crease. And once we have very little product on the brush, we're going to slowly bring that all the way up to our brow bone. The next shade I'm going to be going in with is from the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette, and it's this shade right here, Real Gar. It's a really pretty orangey burnt color, and we're just going to take a little bit on the very tip of our brush, and we're going to put that almost right where we put that chickadee color, but we're not going to bring it so high up to the brow bone. We're going to keep this shade a little bit lower. And we're just going to blend that out. And I always like to start at the very outer corner of my eye because that's where you're gonna lay down the most pigment from the shadow. I always like to go back with that original E40 brush with no additional product on it and just kind of go over everything so that way we have no harsh lines. The next shade I'm going to be going in with is from that same Anastasia palette, and it's this shade Cypress Umber, which is a really dark brown color, and I'm going to be going in with a Morphe 139 brush. And we're just going to take a little bit of that on the very tip of our brush, and we're just going to start to put that on the outer corner. Now the trick is when you're working with dark colors, you want to put those very low below the crease, and when you're working with lighter colors, then you can start to take those higher up into the crease. And we're just going to place this in the very outer corner and slowly start to blend it out. Don't worry if it starts to look a little messy, because once we blend it all together, it's gonna come together. So then what I like to do is go back in with that same E40 brush with no additional product on it, and we just want to buff everything together so that way we have no harsh lines. And it's okay if you lose a little bit of product from that brown, because you can go in with more product after and pack it on. It's always best to start with less and build a color up as you go, because once you put those dark colors on, can't take them off. So I always like to start off with a very little bit and then go ahead in and deepen it up as I go ahead. So I'm gonna go ahead with a little bit more and start packing that on. And then I like to go in with just a little bit more of Chickadee on my E40 brush, just so we can buff everything together. So now for the lid color, I'm going to be going in with this ColourPop shadow in the shade Millionaire. And I'm going to go ahead and use a Sigma E55 brush, and we are going to pack this on the lid. Now normally before I go in with the shadow, I would spritz my brush with a little bit of MAC Fix Plus, but I'm currently all out of that. So I'm gonna go ahead and use some setting spray just to spritz my brush a little bit and get a little bit wet, and then go in with that shadow. Now the trick about working with shimmers and pigments is when you spray your brush with a little bit of Fix Plus, it just makes the shadow more intense and more metallic instead of just going in with it dry. And I'm just gonna pack most of that pigment on in the inner color, and then as there's very little product left on the brush, slowly tap it on to the outer edge. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye. So it is totally up to you. You can leave this look just as it is, but I'm gonna go ahead and add some glitter to it just because I like to put glitter on everything. So the glitter I'm gonna be going in with today is by NYX, and it's in the shade number 08. It's just a very dark brown chocolatey glitter. So before I go in with glitter, I'm gonna go ahead and use this Too Faced Shadow Insurance Glitter Glue. I'm gonna squeeze a little bit on the back of my hand like this. This glitter glue is amazing. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of that on my brush and then pack it on my lid wherever we put the glitter. Now the reason why I like to go in with this glitter glue first is because it just makes the glitter stick so much more better. Look Look at that. That is so pretty. And then we go ahead with a little bit more on the other eye. I'm telling you guys, using this glitter glue is gonna make your life so much easier when working with pigments and glitters. It does not budge. That is so beautiful. So I went ahead and did my foundation off camera, and I just put on some of this Hourglass Vanish Stick Foundation, and I just buffed that into my skin with the Beauty Blender. So now for concealer, I'm going to be going in with the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Caramel. And we're going to take that right under our eyes. I'm going to put a little bit on a T-zone right there. And I'm going to go ahead and buff that in with the damp Beauty Blender as well. This concealer is truly one of the best concealers I've ever used. Now I'm going to go ahead and set that, and I'm going to be using the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder with a Sigma F35 brush. And I'm going to go ahead and just set that concealer under our eyes. And then whatever's left on my brush, I just like to tap it all over the T-zone. Now I'm going to go ahead and fill in my brows. And of course, I'm using the Anastasia Brow Wiz. I swear this is the only thing I ever use on my brows. It is my holy grail, ride or die. So first, I just like to comb through them. And then my brows are really not that bad, so all I have to pretty much do is just define them and then just like fill in the little gaps. And then the tail. The only problem I really have a hard time with is my tail. Like that, and then just kind of comb through them to blend it out, just like that. And our brows are done. Next I'm going to be going in with some liner. And I'm going to be using this Urban Decay waterproof pen liner. And I'm going to go ahead and do a wing. I don't know about you guys, but I always have to pull my eyelid in order to do my wing liner. It's just a habit. And I always start from the inner corner and work my way out. So I'm going to go ahead and put this Urban Decay eye pencil. I'm going to put that right in our waterline. Now, I'm not really much of an everyday lashes type of girl, so I just like to throw on some mascara and I'm good to go. I do wear lashes occasionally, but not on a daily basis. So I'm gonna go ahead with this NARS mascara. I'm just gonna go ahead and coat our top lashes. The good thing is I have naturally really long lashes. So I really don't need to wear false lashes. Which is fine because I'm really not that good at putting them on anyways. And now for bottom lashes, I like to use this Lancome mascara. And we're gonna go ahead and put this on our bottom. And yes, every girl has to hang their mouth open while they do their bottom lashes. So now I'm just gonna go in with a little bit of powder to set that foundation, and I'm using this Sephora Micro Smooth powder. And I'm gonna be going in with a Sigma F30 brush and just lightly powder our face. Now for contour, I'm going to be going in with this LA Colors contour kit, which looks like this. And I'm going to go ahead and use this brown shade right here to contour my cheeks. I don't really like to do a harsh contour, so I just kind of like bronze up the cheek area. And now I'm gonna go in with some blush, and I'm using this NYX blush palette right here. And I'm gonna put that with an F10 brush. And I think I'm gonna use this pretty mauvey toned purpley color. Alright guys, so my camera just decided to stop recording, and when I realized that it was not recording, I had already finished my face. So I'm just gonna go ahead and explain to you guys the last few things that I did. All I did was apply some highlight to my face using the Anastasia Glow Kit, and I went ahead and used the shade Sunray, and I applied that to the tops of my cheekbones, underneath my brow bone and my inner tear duct, and a little bit on the tip of my nose. And after that, for lips, I went ahead and lined my lips using the MAC lip liner in the shade Cherry, and I went over it with MAC lipstick in the shade Ruby Woo all over. And then I just sprayed my face with some Makeup Forever Mist and Fix, and that completes the look. So this is the completed look. I really hope you guys enjoy it. I love the way it came out. I just went ahead and curled my hair off camera, but if you guys would like to see a hair tutorial, then just let me know in the comment section below, and I'd be more than happy to film one for you guys. I went ahead and put on some bangles, some necklace, and a bindi, and changed, of course. So I hope you guys are feeling this look. It's really just neutral, warm tone with the browns, the glitters, and the red lip just kind of ties it all together. It's really fun, and you can definitely wear it out to, you know, a wedding or any other type of Indian event that you have going on. It's very simple and basic. It's not too crazy. Let me know if you guys like this type of video where I do like the sit down and the talk throughs instead of the voiceovers. I personally like the talk throughs better just because I feel like I get to sit down and connect with you guys more sitting down, having a real conversation, talking to you guys instead of the voiceovers. But if you guys like the voiceovers, I mean, that's completely fine as well. Just let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to thumbs up this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I do have some different ideas of some videos that I would like to do. I'm still working on them and thinking about them in my head, but one of them for sure is going to be a lookbook. I just thought that, you know, since I've done a few makeup videos, it's time to throw some fashion into there. So I'm thinking more of like a spring lookbook, just to put together some outfits and throw together some looks, so that way you guys can get some ideas of what's trending and what's hot right now for spring. So that's in the works. Stay tuned for that. And thank you so much for being here with me, hanging out with me and watching. And I hope to see you guys soon in my next video.
सुख दुख झूठे धन भी झूठा झूठी मोह माया सच्चा मन का वो कौन जहाँ प्रेम रतन पाया प्रेम